Today I am at my parents' house in my childhood bedroom, and I am going to be decluttering some items that I left here way back when I moved to New Zealand in 2008. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. This is where you walk in, and my mom now has some vintage furniture in here. This is a painting I did back in college. Here's a painting I did of our puppy, and here is a drawing I did of my mom and I when I was a baby. And inside, under these cushions, there is my stuff, so that's where I'm gonna start. Back in 2008, I moved to New Zealand to become a live-in nanny, and I loved that opportunity, but I didn't think that I would stay there for as long as I did. I ended up meeting somebody there, now my husband, and I ended up living there for 3 years and then eventually brought him back here in 2011. Not everything in here is mine. A lot of this is my mom's, so I won't be getting rid of everything, but I'll just pull out the stuff that I left here. Here's a box full of photos. So when my now husband and I moved back here in 2011, we had nowhere to live. So we lived with my mom and dad while we got adjusted and got jobs. And then within a year, we moved out into a very tiny apartment. And we did not have room to go through all this stuff and bring it all with us. And at the time, I thought that I would actually be keeping all this stuff, but now that we are becoming more minimal, I am deciding that I don't want to keep all this stuff, and now it's probably a really good time to start going through it. Here is a whole box of things that were from college. I took a craft class and I had to have all this stuff. I just saw this in the box of stuff I'm going through. It's a book that my friend got me when I was moving to New Zealand, and it's all about New Zealand and the culture there. So I think I'm gonna keep this. I think it's kind of cool, and I think my kids might want to read this someday. And going to New Zealand was one of the best things I ever did. Obviously, it completely changed my life and my path. So here's some wire from a project I did in a craft class, and I just can't imagine using this. I'm gonna see if I can maybe sell these online. Whenever I'm going through stuff that I haven't used in a really long time, part of me thinks, I wonder if I should keep it because I might use it. I didn't even know it was here. Now that I know it's here, maybe I'll use it. But then I tell myself, if you really want to get rid of this stuff and declutter and not have a whole bunch of stuff, I realize that I haven't known about this, I haven't used it, and I have lived for, 10 years without knowing this stuff was here and not needing it. So I decided to get rid of it. So I'm getting rid of this whole pile of stuff. Here's an art projector that we got when I was in high school, and I have never used this. I think we got it out one time and it didn't work for my project, and that was it. And we kept it all this time. So I'm gonna get rid of this finally. Here is a poncho that my husband bought the first time he ever came and visited my family in California here, and we actually took this back to New Zealand and now back here. So I don't know what we're gonna do with this. But another thing that I bought when my husband was here on vacation, and I think I'm going to get rid of this. This little pouch shows you what a collector of things I used to be. I would keep stubs to things, and for instance here I have a ticket to a Coldplay concert I went to. And look, you can see when I dressed up as a Playboy bunny for Halloween a long time ago. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff I'm not keeping anymore. Here's the pile of stuff to go so far. What to do with yearbooks. I've been sitting here thinking about what to do with yearbooks, and it's really hard because I feel like I wonder if someday I will look back and want to see my yearbook, or really want those messages that were written in them, or if I'll be nostalgic someday and really want this stuff. But right now I look at it and I just don't care about it, and part of me just wonders, am I going to want this stuff later? I just don't have that feeling that a lot of people have, where you feel like high school was the best time of your life. I mean, that just wasn't the case for me. I just didn't really like high school, to be honest. I had friends and I had fun. I liked learning. I didn't like the politics of school. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just snip out the photos of the things that pertain to me, maybe my year, and maybe take some photos or scan it. And then I'm going to get rid of these books, because I honestly can't imagine holding on to 7 yearbooks for the rest of my life and having to store them and haul them from place to place. And I also don't think it's fair to store it at my parents' house and have them be taking care of these items that I don't really want to have to deal with myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. And leave me a comment and let me know if you have gotten rid of your yearbooks, or if you cared about your yearbooks a lot. Maybe it would be different if I had really loved school or was still friends with some of the people from school, but I'm just not. So I think I'm gonna get rid of these. Here's a photo album from when I was in college. I don't need this huge photo album of pictures. I think I'm gonna go through here and pull out the photos that I might wanna keep and just get rid of the rest. Here's a whole photo album I made of a trip that I took to visit one of my friends in Texas, and I have had this for over 10 years in that have never once looked at it, and that just shows me that I probably don't need it. Here's an example of something I'm gonna keep. I made this book in high school. I hand embroidered it. I made the whole entire book by hand, and the whole book is about my cousins and I, and it's dedicated to them with photos. And this is something that I think I will treasure as I get older, so I'm gonna keep this. Going through all this stuff is showing me what I was into, and I was obviously into scrapbooking. I made a book for almost every single trip and thing that I did, and I think I can scan them and then just have the memories if I really want to find them on my computer. Another huge bin of photos, and the crazy thing is I've already been through all this stuff before. There are so many photos in here and photo albums, but I think the best bet is to just scan the stuff I like and get rid of the rest. Halloween from college, I was a bee. I made that whole costume from the thrift store. This looks like a whole bin from when I was a kid. I just found my class picture, and it took me about 10 minutes to find myself. I'm in the front. These were all items that were my grandma's, and I am not sure what we're gonna do with that. Dolls from when I was a kid, and I had 2 boys, so we're not gonna need dolls. Ooh, these are sticky. These are sticky and disintegrating, so I'm definitely getting rid of this. Look at all this paper I saved, and I had a note to my mom. This kind of stuff right here is why I am now trying to be more minimal and keep less. Stored it all this time in bins, and now I'm going through it and wondering what it even is and where it even came from. It means absolutely nothing to me. So this is why, you know, if people ever question, why are you becoming more minimal? Why are you not saving things? This is why, because after 10, 20, I'm 35 now, or I'm gonna be 35 this month. I just don't need this stuff. And I really question where it even came from. Oh look, there's stuff in there too. This must have been all the rage back in the 90s. Really a bird on this necklace. It's kind of interesting to see what I am finding in here. And really, it's just making me realize I need to keep on this journey I'm on of not storing things for 30 years just to have to go through them and throw them away. Look at this drawing I did. I'm gonna get rid of all the rest. I think I kept a lot of this stuff because I thought I might have a girl one day. So I have Cabbage Patch doll clothes and just dolls and things that I had when I was a kid, and I just don't need it because I have 2 boys and they are not gonna have any interest in these dolls. This is what it is looking like about halfway through. All of this stuff here is going to be donated or sold. All of the stuff right here is gonna be donated or sold. And look at the progress. This is almost empty now. This is an entire bag of cards that I saved from when I was little. And some of them I am going to keep because they're from grandparents that are passed away, and anything that has an actual note written in it I am keeping, but I'm probably gonna keep it down to about 1 to 2 cards per person, and I'm sure there's a ton in here that are just signed or really don't have any meaning, so I'm gonna whittle this down to just a few. Back when I was a kid, there wasn't any social media or anything, and we actually wrote each other handwritten letters. So that is something really cool that doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. Out of all the cards, these are the ones I'm keeping. They all have very special messages from family members that have passed away or are still here. And I'll turn it around. These are the ones I'm getting rid of. This is all of the stuff I'm going to either donate, sell, just get rid of in general. This is all trash. This is school projects, cards, just stuff that I no longer want to have in my life. I can't believe I was able to get rid of this much trash that I was holding on to. Uh-oh. I don't think Dad's gonna be happy about this. Let me know how you feel when you're going through things. For me, I always feel a little bit stressed out when I'm in the middle of having to declutter items, especially things that I, am on the fence of whether I should keep it for when I'm older or just that I don't need it. So that kind of decision making is a little bit stressful sometimes. But by the end, I'm always so happy and relieved that it's over. And I always love the amount of space that I end up gaining. And for this, it's gonna be my mom's space that she's gaining. And I've narrowed it down to 1 bin that I'm gonna go through. And I'm sure that that bin is going to be even smaller by the time I've gone through there and got rid of all the photos that I don't need anymore. My wedding dress is in here. I wonder if this still fits me. Let's see. This is so crazy. I have not even looked at this dress since I got married back in 2011. And I'm excited to see if this is even gonna fit. I've had 2 kids since then. I don't need to keep this dress. I don't have girls, and there's no way, even if I had girls, that they would probably want to have a 1950s wedding and dress the way I did for my wedding. I already know that. So I'm definitely gonna get rid of this dress. I only spent $100 on this dress, so it's not like I feel I need to keep it for financial reasons, but I just feel like, oh, it was such a fun wedding and I just loved the way I looked in this dress, so I just have been keeping it, but I probably should either sell it or find someone who wants it. It fits. Well, not really, but I'm glad that I tried this dress on and saw that it doesn't fit, and it made me realize that I am never gonna wear this for anything, even if something odd came up that I could possibly use this for. It's just not gonna happen. Might as well get rid of it now while someone else can use it before it really starts deteriorating and then nobody can use it. I have all these yearbooks to go through. I'm gonna have to do this when I get home. But for now, I'm just gonna take it and then deal with this on my own time, and when I have some quiet time to myself so I can really decide what's important and what I want to scan and what I can get rid of. It can be so hard to go through things that are slightly sentimental that you've had your entire life, but I just didn't think it was fair to leave all of these items at my parents' house anymore when they're trying to declutter their stuff and get rid of their things, and then I'm storing all of this stuff from my childhood here. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join and see more videos about our journey to becoming more minimal and decluttering and simplifying our lives. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!